In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at two items. I got an IP68 certified smartphone, and then I got a solar 21 watt charger, which is actually very amazing in my opinion. Now, both of these items were sent to me for review, and we're going to focus first on this one right here. As you can see in the front there, IP68. You got some branding as well on the sides there, and in the front, I believe it is pronounced Huadoo. So this is basically waterproof, shockproof, dustproof. This is going to be a 3G unlocked Android dual SIM phone. So let me go ahead and remove the top portion of the box there. And then you are presented with the Huadoo V3 is basically what this device is. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it from the plastic sleeve there. And yes, there it is. As you can see, you got some Huadoo branding on the bottom there. Has a very rugged look to it. Has some pretty good weight to it in the hand as well. Let's go ahead and move on to see what else comes in the box. So you are getting a quick reference guide here. Open it up real quick to show you. And it is very detailed instructions in this manual. So that is excellent that you do get so much detailed information in this manual. Moving on from that, you get your USB data cable there. And also included in the box is your AC power adapter. So depending where you live, you can use this or any standard wall brick will work for charging up this smartphone. Also included is this tool in the box, and I'll go into more detail of how useful this tool is on the smartphone. Another great thing about this device in the box is it is shipped with a set of headphones. So you don't see that every day. A set of headphones included in the box. So again, these aren't going to be the greatest headphones, but it is nice that you do get a set of headphones included with this purchase. Very nice. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the device right here. There is a pre-installed screen protector on this. I'll go ahead and remove it. And this is a 4-inch display. You got some Huadoo branding on the bottom there. This device definitely does have some pretty good weight to it. You got buttons on the right-hand side and the left-hand side. No ports at all on the bottom there. And yeah, definitely looks pretty nice. Feels good. You're going to get some really good grip on the sides there. And then work your way to the top is going to be your power button right there, and then you got this flap or this gasket up on top, which is going to give you access to your headphone jack and as well as your charging port. So that is going to be something you definitely want to make sure it's sealed if you do put this in water or anything like that. On the back right there, you got some more branding, just a very nice rugged look to it. Now, like I mentioned, that tool that it is included in the box is going to be very useful to removing these two screws on the back, because that is going to give you access to your battery there. So this is a 2,800 milliamp battery. It is removable, which is nice. And take a look at this design. I thought it was pretty interesting the way this battery looks, but you are getting a 2,800 milliamp battery on this. And this device also has dual SIM slots. And this device also has a slot for micro SD card for expandable storage underneath the battery cover there. So I've been using this device now for going on a little over a week now, and it's been actually a pretty good experience using this device here. It's a 4-inch display, 850 by 480 resolution. You do got Gorilla Glass on this. And you get some good Android features on this smartphone. You got different themes to choose from, different effects, which I really like on this device here. You got on-screen buttons as well as some capacitive buttons right below there. Outdoor visibility has been pretty good on this device, even though it doesn't have the highest resolution, but outdoor visibility is good. You get an option for FM radio, just got to plug in the headphones there. And another neat feature you have is this one right here, where it gives you the temperature, the altitude. I just think it's excellent if you're into hiking, exploring, camping. Internal storage on this is only going to be 8 gigabytes, so that micro SD card is definitely going to come in handy for expandable storage. Battery life has been very, very good on this device. I'm easily getting a day and a half off this battery here, so battery life is going to be good. Security features, you got face unlock, voice unlock, pattern, PIN, and password. I was actually surprised to see, because I've seen this on other devices and it doesn't work well. But the face unlock, as you can see there, actually works really well. Let's go into About Phone right now. Now, this is not rocking the latest version of Android. This is actually still on KitKat 4.4.2. So yes, it's not the latest, but it actually runs pretty smooth on this device here. Now another thing I want to talk about is that backfiring speaker. This might be one of the best backfiring speakers I've heard. I mean, it gets super loud on this device here. So you're going to get some good audio quality on this device. Now moving on to gameplay. For gameplay, playing a game like this, for instance, Subway Surfers or Temple Run, it ran pretty smooth, no hiccups or stutters or overheating issues or anything like that. I will say if you're into playing more higher intense frame rate games, then this device won't be able to handle it. But for casual gameplay like this, it'll run perfectly fine. Now you got another neat feature on this device where you can actually assign a specific emergency number, SOS number. So that's excellent depending on the situation and where you're at. That can become very useful. So on the left hand side of the device, you got that SOS button there. All you got to do is press that and then it goes into your emergency number that you have assigned. So excellent feature on that. Now moving on to the camera department, there is one function on this device which I really like when it comes to the camera, which is the dedicated shutter button on the left hand side. It works really well and it comes in very handy. Now this device is sporting a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera, and it also has a 8 megapixel rear-facing camera with flash. Now while this camera will not blow you out of the water, it is capable of taking some pretty nice photos when you are outdoors like I am right now in good lighting conditions. When you go into low light, things start to fall apart and it does get a little grainy. Now you also have in the settings department EIS, so you get electronic image stability while recording, and also while recording you can pause and take a photo. So the camera is a decent 8 megapixel camera in good lighting conditions. Now what is powering this device? It is the MediaTek processor, the 6582, clocked at 1.3 gigahertz, and it also has the Mali 400. With this device having a quad-core processor, 1 gigabyte of RAM, I wouldn't recommend having a whole lot of apps open in the background. You want to keep those down to a minimum. But as you can see here, I got Nova Launcher installed, and it's actually running pretty smooth for the most part. So let's go ahead and talk about the durability of this device. Again, this is IP68 certified, so it's going to be waterproof, shockproof, dustproof. So you can actually submerge this device up to 1.5 meters of water, which is really nice. And I've been having all types of fun just testing this device out at the lake, at the campsite here with my family. And I've used other devices in the past which had that IP68 rating, some actually higher end phones, and as soon as they hit the water or they're submerged just for a little bit of time, I'll get a notification that the headphone jack is plugged in, or water would seep in through the back cover of the device, or just the display would just become very buggy after being in the water. Not the case with this device right here, the Huadoo V3. I'm not getting any of those issues. I can basically just throw it all around the lake here. I can rinse it off in the water and there's no issues there. The display is still responsive. I still can get audio coming out of the speaker. So, overall, I'm very impressed with just how well it performed with being in the dirt, being in the mud, and as well as being in the water. Now I did some more durability tests where I was just basically checking the shockproof resistance of this. Again, it can resist drops up to 1.5 meters. And after several tests that I'm doing here, the device actually withheld very well. There's actually like no marks or even scratches on the body of it, and the display is still functioning perfectly fine. So if you're interested in a good, rugged, waterproof, shockproof, dustproof device, this is a good option to check out. I'll drop a link in the description below. So moving on to the solar 21 watt charger here. Now this thing is pretty incredible. I've been using this pretty much non-stop on my camping trip. I've even had other campers ask if they could borrow this and use it. So this right here opens right up. You got some Velcro that keeps it together. Again, this is pretty compact when it's all folded. I mean, you can just carry it in your backpack. It doesn't take up a lot of space whatsoever. And you got some instructions right there, plugging in your other devices. So again, if you have your cell phone, your tablet, a camera, this will charge it up. And this also has short circuit and surge protection technology, so it is going to keep your devices safe. And this is excellent. Like when you're like I am right now, I was off the grid, enjoying the outdoors with my family. There are no charging ports around. The power banks will eventually run out. So this is a great option. I mean, I'm definitely recommending this to everybody out there to pick this up. So opening up that pouch on the side, you get two USB ports right there. So it gets even better because you can charge up two devices now at the same time. So, I mean, this was the way I was able to keep up with my notifications, all my emails, and just being able to make an emergency phone call if I needed to. So now I got the LG G5 charging and as well as the Huadoo V3 charging. I basically just left them plugged in and I was able to enjoy being at the campsite with the kids, and I still had juice on my devices. Just for an emergency phone call, if anything, I had power on my phones. Well, that was the review of these products here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for subscribing. Links will be down in the description below, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye.